thinks that going for registration is more important, I have asked also my doctors to take time out and go and register themselves and offer no further treatment to any person.
All right, let's now speak to our reporter, Francis Ontomwa, live from Mombasa, which is a follow-up on that resolution made there by the Coast doctors after the jailing of their colleagues. A very good afternoon to you, Francis. And we understand we're still trying to get Francis Ontomwa, who will give us details on the same. Doctors across the country have been reacting to the jailing of 7 of their colleagues who are also the officials of the Kenya Medical Pharmacists and Dentists Union after they were jailed yesterday by the Employment and Labor Relations Court Justice Helen Wasilwa for contempt of court. This has caused an outrage from various quarters in the country, especially from the doctors' unions as well as those in the private sector. But Francis Ontomwa will be giving us details on what was said in that particular press briefing by doctors at the Coast. Good afternoon, Francis. Are we likely to see a prolonged strike by doctors, especially at the Coast?
Going by what has actually transpired today, it means that we are headed for a real paralysis should actually nothing be done to avert what we are headed to. Private doctors in the Coast region today came under one umbrella, and they are saying that enough is enough and they are going to be part of this strike. And what they are saying is that on the night of the 15th of February, that is, should be tomorrow, they will be actually paralyzing affairs at all private hospitals. And what this translates is the fact that what has been the last resort for patients in Kenya, or rather in the Coast region, will now be actually, they will have actually no other option but perhaps to go nurse their ailments back home. The doctors made quite a categorical statement. They were saying that they are now standing in solidarity with what is happening, and of course buoyed up by the fact that their colleagues are serving time in jail. And what they are petitioning is the immediate release of their colleagues from jail so that they are able to come back and negotiate further and find an amicable solution. But they're saying it was too drastic an action to take them to jail. And basically they're also condemning what transpired yesterday when the doctors were trying to keep vigil, stand in solidarity with their colleagues. They say that it was too much of an action by the state to try and silence them actually. And that is what they were saying. And what actually we are looking at is a huge problem, because some of the busiest facilities since this strike began were private hospital. In Mombasa specifically, we are talking of hospitals such as the Aga Khan, the Pandya Memorial Hospital, and having services paralyzed at these particular facilities, it means that we are actually headed to one hell of a time here in the Coast region.
Francis,